Florida State catcher, sitting on 35 home runs, leading Major League Baseball with a week left before the All-Star break. Bonds has the all-time record before the All-Star break. He sat at 39. The American League home run record, don't forget, we always think home run record, Bonds 73, is it? That's overall.
Yeah.
The American League record, Judge, right? 62.
Yep. So, by the way, this Yankee series is in New York, and that is the shortest ballpark for lefties to hit
For
it.
lefty. Wow,
So,
good point. Boy, that thing curls quick, doesn't it, right
might
there?
have a couple there, and then Detroit after that, and they've been known to hit some home runs in Detroit, too. So, yeah, realistically, he could hit a few. And the Yankees pitching is not fantastic. So.
As of when he hit number 35, which I think was 2 days ago, 1 day ago, it was over the weekend. As of the day over the weekend that he hit 35, he was on pace for 65.
I believe
and he's an American League, so he is on pace to break Judge's record. Wow, how about Judge and Raleigh going at it in a little home run derby this weekend?
Is Judge in
this
it?
week? No, I'm just saying they're playing each other.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they're playing each other. I don't think anybody's in it. I don't think anybody wants to do it. You see, Alonso said no, and
Cal Raleigh's in it.
Raleigh's going to do it.
Acuna's in it.
Acuna's in it, and 2 or 3 big names said no.
I believe it.
Said to hell with it, and then some big name.
Alonso's won it like 3 times.
Schwarber said no. Do you know where the All-Star get? One of the sluggers said no, but hey, I'll catch you next year when it's at my ballpark. Can't remember who it is.
Let me see.
Yeah, somebody.
James Wood is in it as well.
Yeah, new name, but yeah, he's a home run hitter. While you're looking that up, good news, bad news from my man Caglione.
It's in Philly next year.
Philly, so yeah,
so
that
was
was
probably Schwarber.
Schwarber, yeah. Schwarber said, I think I'm going to skip it, and we'll catch you next year. Jack Caglione, good news, bad news, over the weekend on Friday. He had a 2-for-5 night, including a double, and that's about it. Man. He is still scuffling along, and boy, the Royals, his team, they're like 5.5 out of that last wild card spot. If they were to tank it here in the next 5 or 6 games, you might say, hey, man, go down. I don't know. He's going to get a week off, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, and everybody plays afternoon. Nobody plays Sunday night. Everybody wants to get it early,
right,
or jump on plane trips and things like that. I don't know. I take what I was going to say back. Even if he goes over until Sunday, they'll probably use the 4 days off, let him catch his breath, hopefully clear his head, and give him, wouldn't you think, another couple of weeks on the other side. And then
it's tough to say.
And then what's their record?
Well, the good news is they're playing the Pirates.
Yeah.
Today, tomorrow, and the next day. So you might be able to win some baseball games. If you start losing to the Pirates, then
yeah.
But listen, if you're not gonna try and compete, then I would leave them up.
Yeah, and there you go. That's the rub too. How far are you out? Are you throwing in the towel? Then who cares? Just give him another 100 at bats and just say, hey, work through it. This is going to happen. This is baseball. This is going to happen. Even when you start hitting 40 a year for us, we hope.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've tracked him. I think a lot of people have, and he's scuffling. He is. Ohtani continues to improve on the mound. He goes 2 innings. He threw a total of 31 pitches in 2 innings, 21 for strikes, and he struck out the side in the second. So he is throwing strikes, 31 pitches. But I mean, it's not like he's getting pop fly. He's striking people out, throwing a lot of strikes. Man, that is a nice sign for the Dodgers, isn't it? It's just like they went and traded for somebody on the mound.
Yeah, definitely.
It's found money. You brought up our buddy. Paul Skeens. He had another Paul Skeens outing. Did you see this over the weekend?
Heard about it.
He runs up to the mound. Paul Skeens for the Pirates. 5 complete innings. He allowed 5 hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts. So he's banging out 2 an inning. No decision, stays at 4-7, ERA back under 2, 1.94. Thank you.
There you go.
Very much. Oh, Paul Skeens. And I mentioned this. I'm not sure if the Mets are playing any better. The Mets and the Yankees really have stunk it up the last 3 weeks. I don't know if the Mets are playing any better or they just drew the Yankees over the weekend. Did you see it got so bad for the Yankees that after the 3rd out, coming off the field, the Yankees were coming off the field, I think it was Saturday, And, a lot of times when there's a batted ball and that's the third out, players will throw the ball to a teammate. You see in the outfield a lot, but you'll see a guy throw the ball to a teammate who may be closer to the mound, or that teammate then may pitch it in the stand. Whatever, it's done. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
So Volpe, the shortstop, you see what happened?
I did not.
This is how bad it's going for the Yankees playing the Mets. They get the third out. Yankees in the field, so Volpe's handling the ball, and the Yankees are heading toward their dugout, and Volpe kind of pitches it toward a Judge who's not looking, hits him in the side of the eye.
Unbelievable. That's really bad.
You know it's going bad.
That can't happen.
Yeah. It really.
Or
can.
it could happen to anybody else, not your best player.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, definitely. But boy, Major League Baseball, I am really looking forward to the second half. It gets real now, man. It gets real. I'm looking forward to trades and movement. Braves do anything, you think?
I think they got to trade people.
Who's got some value and
I mean, I would say a lot of their guys have value.
Yeah.
I think Azuna's as good as gone.
I've heard that name. When I read stuff, I see that name.
I mean, his contract's up, so if you don't move him now, you get nothing for him.
This guy's your DH, and he's hitting like 230.
Move him.
You
Goodbye.
See if you can get something.
The problem is they don't have any relievers that anybody would possibly want.
No, not at all.
So that's a big of a mess.
And you don't want to clean out your farm at all.
No, I mean, you could probably have conversations with like a Michael Harris, Spencer Strider, Sean Murphy.
Harris stinks.
He has not been good, but he is young. So, and then what's Chris Sale's situation?
I don't know.
Trade for an injured guy.
Other than he's 150.
I mean, he would have value.
He would, man. He's had 2 good years other than this injury.
Depending on, how soon they think they'd be able to get him
surprised
back.
the hell out of me last year. I mean, surprised baseball last year, did he?
Yeah, and he'd be super valuable for you in the playoffs, especially if you're not going to start him. You could use him as like a lefty reliever late. You've seen that with Boston when he was with them. So I do think they have pieces to move that make some sense. I think what you've proven is you can't bring this team back and say, let's try again next year.
No.
So I think you have to get rid of some people.
No, they've got, I don't think
I think Azuna's definitely gone. And what do they do from there?
That whole fan base up there, I don't think they want, and I'm not picking at anybody who's throwing names. They don't want the Azunas back and Albies back, and obviously Acuna you want back, but that whole Michael Harris and Austin Riley, hey, everybody just play a little better, like you just said. Hey, if everybody can play 14% better, we're there. No.
They are young though, so I mean it is super risky to give up on some of those guys, but I think at some point you kind of have to, and we'll see what they do. I think they should move some guys.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let me tell you real quick, switching over to basketball. By now the wonderful basketball camps that are going on still another 3 or 4 weeks for the Jacksonville Basketball Academy camps. They go all the way through August the 4th. Different age groups, of course. These camps will work on all your fundamentals, all your basketball skills, shooting, passing, footwork, rebounding, then the thought process of the game, which is important. Many scrimmages, individual work. You kind of find the camp and get with the camp, the Jacksonville Basketball Academy. Get with your basketball player. What are the goals? Where are you looking to take your basketball player? Where are they looking to go? Are they trying to work on one skill, their overall game? Are they trying to just have fun? Are they trying to kill the summer? Or are they trying to really improve their basketball game? Maybe look to make the high school team this year, the middle school team, whatever the goal is for your basketball player, they can set it and help you achieve it or help them achieve it at the Jacksonville Basketball Academy. Again, the easiest way, just Google them, find out all the information, the locations, how to get signed up, JacksonvilleBasketballAcademy.com, JacksonvilleBasketballAcademy.com. All right, Casey, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to come back. Only got just two this date in sports histories, and I think you're going to like both of them. I think you're really going to like both of them. Okay. I'm going to ask you to put your thinking cap on. Okay. Baseball. Mm-hmm. One of them comes, and this is such a mind-blowing, this date in sports history. I don't remember it, though. 2006.
Okay.
Is that too far for you?
No.
Okay. 2006, what I think is just a wow. Did this guy really do that in 06? I barely remember it. That and one more.
Okay.
Tease you during the break. We'll come back. Off and running, back after the holiday weekend. Glad you're with us here on the Young and Norvell Show, right here on Action Sports Jacks.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
All right, right back. We are here on a Monday after the holiday. Everybody back ready to jump on it. I have already proclaimed it. We're basically in football preseason. I think it's the preseason. The 19th Jaguar rookies and most of the league, the rookies report on July 19th. The 22nd, the veterans. So, gosh darn, 12 days away. 12 days away. The teams, I don't even know who it is. I don't really pay much attention to the Hall of Fame game. I think that is on the 31st of July.
Sounds about right.
Those teams get to come in. Gosh, they'll be in a couple of weeks. They get to come in a little bit earlier because they play earlier, but Jaguars and basically the rest of the NFL.
Chargers and the Lions.
Chargers, Lions, yeah. That does that thing do much for you?
No.
No, me either. Me either. I've been there. I've been to that Hall of Fame. I went to the first ever. We covered the very first ever sort of game that they had. Right? They played Carolina, right?
The Jags, you're saying?
Jags, yeah. In that very, very first one, and it's pretty neat. Neat little town. The town just really, I mean, that is their Super Bowl, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a week of, you talk about a week of partying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then, went in and toured the NFL Hall of Fame. It's, I think everybody says it's a lot smaller than you think.
It is small.
And that little field, they've renovated the field. That's a little high school field.
Yeah.
And it was just a little high school field, man, and they've renovated it and all. But I remember when the Jaguars were playing up there, and I guess it might have been a practice day or so, or after the game. The locker room was nothing more than the gymnasium floor, and they brought in a bunch of almost cardboard-like, little cubie.
Yeah.
Now, this was 1995, but
Sure.
yeah, it was a tiny little high school field, and they've the NFL sunk a lot of money into it.
Yeah, it's nice now.
Yeah, it's big. What is the whole? Probably about 30,000 now, and
I don't know about that many.
Yeah, maybe not that many, but yeah, it was literally just a high school field for years.
Yeah,
and big, high, thick grass, and I'll never forget. Also, where's that? Canton, tiny town, Canton, Ohio. Getting there, whew. I guess the final leg was, you talk about a puddle jumper. You got off, I guess, in Cincinnati, maybe, I guess we flew into.
That would make sense.
Yeah, on the big boy. But Canton doesn't have a big boy airport.
No.
We got off this one, and they kind of shuttled you out to the tarmac, and I'm like, are we also going to dust the crops when we're up there, too? It was a little guy.
I believe that.
Little plane. So, NFL, really football preseason, college guys, most of the college players, if they didn't stay on campus for summer classes and things like that, most of the players are asked to get back really pretty much now. You really start getting back, and I think there's one more short semester that'll go July through August, and it'll end one of those 6-week things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll start working out and doing what they're not supposed to do, but nobody pays attention. So, and coaches somehow will coach them, even though they're not allowed to coach them.
Absolutely.
So college, NFL, right around the corner. A lot to get to today. We talk a lot about not to disparage baseball because we're right in the middle of baseball season, and I'm really enjoying it. But baseball goes so long. Most people think too long, but that's part of the charm if you love baseball. But we always talk about, man, this little dead period right now. If we could just find something, we, the sports world, that we could all lock onto. Casey, I do this date in sports history quite a bit. We don't do it every day. We do it a lot when there's some fun, pertinent stuff.
Sure.
So I'm always going, every day just about, I'm looking at stuff on this date. And the last 3 or 4 weeks, you can really tell there is a bit of a void. You know what? There are two major sports. If you move baseball away, okay, let's move baseball away.
Mm-hmm.
It's been over 100 years, and it spans a couple of seasons. There are two sports that continuously pop up, and I'm not disparaging these sports, but I'm going, damn, if we had something right here in these 6 weeks. There are constantly Wimbledon facts and figures,
mm-hmm.
and constantly, and you're going to laugh I don't care if you laugh, cricket, the sport of cricket,
mm-hmm.
this time of year, the last 4 or 5 weeks, right now, if something could get invented, and I invented a sport.
No.
Yeah. Well, Mike's in today, so I'm going to tell him about my sport.
Good.
I can't give it out. He's got to protect it.
Because at the moment, I still don't think you invented it.
I invented a new sport.
No.
I just have to figure out how to protect it. No. So we'll talk about it. But yeah, Wimbledon and cricket are
mm-hmm.
your dominant. This date 19 this date 2 which man, if we could just find something maybe a little more interesting than Wimbledon or cricket, maybe we combine them.
Wimble cricket?
Yes, Wimble cricket.
I wouldn't watch either of them if I had to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Do you watch tennis? Do you watch this?
Used to a lot. Tennis lost its fastball.
Everybody says this.
Yeah, just
I know what you're gonna say.
Just I don't know what happened. There were so many players with such on and off the court. You could follow him. You loved Borg or you hated him. You loved McEnroe or you hated him. You loved Connors or you hated him. Chrissy Everett was Miss America. Martina Navratilova was the big mean communist who came over here, and Czechoslovakia when it was still around, I think. There were just pop-ups, some great pop-ups. Elena Stasi would pop up, and Roscoe Tanner, and on the women's side there'd be Jennifer Capriati, and it just, I don't know, it just lost its appeal.
Everybody says that. I'm not arguing with you.
And
I'm
it
just
got,
saying.
I think it got buried also. The advent of all of the new broadcast channels and networks and all that has helped sports greatly, and it's hurt some sports. It just kind of tennis got buried.
Yeah.
Tennis really got buried.
I think tennis's problem is you never know, like you have no clue when it's going to end. People don't like that.
True. Yeah. See people that don't like baseball.
Yeah.
No clocks. And people that don't like baseball, I got on forever, it's too slow, blah, blah, blah.
But even then with baseball, I'm not arguing that. But even then, like with baseball, like when's it going to end? Okay, probably the 9th inning.
Probably, yeah.
Worst case scenario, 10th, 11th.
Yeah.
Tennis, it's like, when does it end? Well, they could just go back and forth between whatever it's called, love and what it like
add out.
Advantage and all that. Like they could do that for 6 hours.
Yeah, and it really can get bad on the men's side because they're 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
women are 2 out of 3.
Yes.
That's 3 out of 5 now.
It's way too much.
You get a couple guys just wailing at it and well matched, and I mean, gosh darn, you're 4.5 hours is not a stretch. You're like, wow.
It's like I can't commit that much time.
It was really big through probably the mid '80s before cable, and gave you a bunch of options. Breakfast with Wimbledon was huge. The women were on Saturday, not as huge. The men always are to this day, are Sunday morning, and it times out. It's 9 a.m. here because it's 2 over there.
Sure.
And I mean, when you had Connors versus Borg or somebody, and you only had 4 TV channels. One of them was PBS, so you weren't watching that. And I mean, you and our family watched it. I mean, we would settle in, and everybody did Breakfast with Wimbledon.
Work.
Yeah. Everybody.
I guess
did
right around the time baseball was popular. So I guess like what you're telling me is like the 80s, nobody really had anywhere to go.
No, not much.
So like you just had time to watch 4-hour baseball games and tennis matches.
Let me add something.
Okay.
In that time frame you just referenced, imagine taking your video game, your cell phone,
right? I see where you're going.
Your earbuds, combine everything you've got now.
Yep.
That was the TV.
Interesting. Never really heard it like that.
That was the TV.
That's what you had.
You had the TV. Everything was that TV.
For 4 channels.
Yeah, and you had 4 channels. You had ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS, which was, more the learning smart channels. And no kid watched PBS.
No.
So, and it made it a lot of fun too, like going to school the next day or the next Monday. Everybody, there weren't a lot of games on, so
Makes sense.
Monday or Tuesday night, all the popular sitcom was on. Well, Wednesday morning, everybody talked about it because everybody watched it.
Simpler time.
It wasn't cut a million ways. Well, I watched this, I watched that. I was on Netflix. I was
Yeah, now if you did that, it'd be like, what did you watch last night? Somebody watching Netflix or this or that?
And I think even you would agree. When you get talking, I did this recently, and I did not like the show I picked out, but it's exhausting when you talk to somebody and go, hey, I'm looking for something to watch. What are you thinking? Oh, you can go to Hulu, you can go to Netflix, you're like, dude.
Yeah.
You just Tommy gun me.
It's not an easy answer because they start with like, okay, well, what do you have?
You're like,
what
do you have? I say that a lot. Do you have who? I don't know. I have to go home and see.
Maybe.
I started something. I'm going to bail out, and I know we got to get to some the state and sports history.
You don't have to do anything.
I'm going to bail out, I think, on this one.
It's that bad?
Squid Game.
Really?
Gosh darn, every time I turn around, somebody's getting their brains blown out.
Yeah, that's the kind of the point. I didn't watch it, but where are you at in it?
I'm probably 8 or 9 episodes. And I'm
Season 1?
Yeah, I guess 3 games in, and
So I haven't watched it. I have no plans to watch it. Austin Lane, big Squid Game watcher.
okay.
The last season just came out.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 seasons. I heard. I was reading a little bit about it.
It's out, and you can watch if you're if you decide to watch them all tonight.
Very violent.
Yeah, you could get to that point. Now, what Austin says.
Yeah, what's he say?
He said it is absolutely the worst finish of all time.
Oh, great. That makes me want to tune in.
So I mean, listen. Some people might be like, all right, I got to see what he's talking about. But he said it's pretty terrible.
Kid games where you compete, and if you lose, like red light, green light, if you lose, you get shot.
Yep.
And I mean, it's graphic too.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty.
It's
graphic.
not in English either, right?
It's South Korean.
Right, but you're reading subtitles, are you not?
No.
Oh, it is in English.
Well, yeah, they've recorded English, but it's not on perfect.
So you watch. That's the version you watch.
Yeah, I'm watching one. I'm not reading.
I think most people watch it in Korean and read. I think Austin does that.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't even see an option. I just turned it on, and that was how it was.
Okay,
but yeah, it's not perfect, But if you get by that, the phonicking the words and all is not timed perfect. But yes.
So you're gonna give up on it?
I think I am. I think I'm. I think I am.
All right.
I think I am.
You do what you gotta do.
I do what you gotta do. All right. Let me get to two this date in sports histories. One from 1954
that's
and
going back.
2006. I want to go to the baseball one first. 2006. I do not totally remember this.
Fernando Tatis.
No.
I thought it was 2 grand slams in an inning.
Travis Hafner.
Oh, big pronk, yeah.
5 grand slams before the All-Star game in 2006.
That makes sense.
I vaguely remember 6 for the season, so he hit 1 in the second half. Do you remember? I remember the name a little bit.
I remember Travis Hafner. That guy's a problem.
Yeah.
That man could hit.
Yeah.
Cleveland
he
Indians.
5 grand salamis.
Yeah.
Basically, imagine we were talking about a guy this year with 1 week left before the All-Star break, where we're at right now, that has already hit 5 grand slams.
Crazy.
How the hell does that happen?
That is wild.
The hell does that happen?
I don't think I ever really realized that that's what was happening with Travis Hafner, but Travis Hafner could hit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he was in Cleveland, so like nobody cared at all.
Yeah.
Like not one person. But Travis Hafner could mash, man.
He ended up hitting 1, like I said, in the second half, so he had 6 for the season. And I think that's a record. What is it? Gary's got the record, I think, like 24.
24 grand slams?
In his career.
Oh, I thought you meant a season.
No, grand slams. And Mattingly had something. Mattingly hit a bunch in a row, and he only hit a grand slam in that 1 year in his whole career.
Really?
Mattingly had something weird with grand slams, too. But, Lou Gehrig had like 24. I think he's
close, 23.
23.
That was well done.
How about 23 salamis? Look up Don Mattingly. He had he hit like a bunch in a short period, 1 season, and never hit a grand slam in any other season.
Okay.
I think that was it.
Who do you think the number 1 is? Grand slams?
I thought it was Gehrig.
It is not.
Did somebody just pass him?
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, within 10 years, I bet you somebody.
Yes, definitely. Alex Rodriguez.
Alex, God.
25.
How about you and I have done this? I remember it vividly. You want to have a few minutes of just shaking your head? Pull up Alex Rodriguez's career. It's ungodly the career he had.
Yeah.
Ungodly. Was he ever mixed up in the steroid controversy or no?
Alex Rodriguez?
Yeah.
He was suspended a year for it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was right in the middle of it, right?
Yeah, big time.
He was
very much did it.
He was right in the middle. I mean, he's sitting at 700 home runs, isn't he?
656. Or 696, sorry.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yep. Don Mattingly hit 6 grand slams. All were in the same season.
How about that? And he played a long time. Good baseball player.
Yeah, good.
Never hit another grand slam in any other season.
1987, dude was smacking him. Outside of that,
isn't that crazy? All right, let's take it to 1954.
That's a long time ago.
1954. This story, I'm laughing, but
70-something years ago.
All right, so we have a distance runner.
Oh no.
I think he's British distance runner.
Okay.
And he held the marathon record for a long time. Jim Peters.
Okay.
So 1954, he's right in the middle of his heyday of a runner. He is competing this day in 1954. He's competing in the Commonwealth Games. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Just a little knockoff Olympic kind of game.
Okay.
Held in Vancouver. I think that's I think it stayed there. The Commonwealth Games, kind of like Pan Am Games, Olympic, the Olympics, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the qualifiers could have been. It's probably this part of the country. Pan Am Games were obviously the name, obviously. Yeah. So anyway, this guy, big time runner, world record holder, marathon guy, Olympic guy. So he's competing in the Commonwealth Games. Pretty big deal. 1954. So, and you've probably seen at least starts and finishes of Olympic marathons, probably.
Sure. Yeah.
Generally, they will start. Obviously, they're running the summer games.
Mm-hmm.
They will start in the stadium.
Yeah.
Where they have the field events and track and field events.
For sure.
They'll generally start there, and boom, gun goes off. They'll run either the whole track or some of it, and go out of the stadium and 26.2 miles, and come back. They make the course, and it ends back in the stadium. The point 2 is back on the track in the stadium.
Sure.
So you can come into the huge crowd, and you get it. So that's kind of how marathons are run, just like this one back in 54. So my man takes off. Jim Peters, probably the favorite.
Okay.
He makes it a very hot day, by the way.
Warm.
Summer Olympics, hence summer.
Cool. Warm. In Vancouver.
Yeah, in Vancouver. So he's just absolutely destroying the field.
Okay.
He comes back into the stadium, and that's basically the point 2 part of it. You're finishing it off. At this point, he re-enters the stadium, and all accounts say he's got about a 17-minute lead.
17 minutes.
Minutes in front of the next guy. And that's not terribly crazy if there's one guy really good. I mean, if you stretch out 30 seconds over 26 miles, it's going to be a while.
So
right?
like right now to like 5:03.
Yeah, he could go play video games, get some ice cream, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah. So he has about a 17-minute lead entering the stadium to basically wave to the crowd, right? And
yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Ovation. Well, you can almost do anything you want. You probably don't want to collapse.
Oh, no.
Because he admitted to this. He didn't die, so I'll go ahead and say that.
Yeah,
He
it's
did
okay.
not
That's
die.
good.
Yeah, we did no death. But he admitted later, he said he went way too fast, way too hot that day. And he's a seasoned runner. I mean, he's a marathon world record holder. So, 17-minute lead in the stadium. Collapses. He gets up and collapses a total of 7 times.
Holy cow.
At one point, he goes unconscious.
Oh, my goodness. They just left him there?
Hey. No matter what I do, don't help me.
All right.
At another point, in one of his stupors, trying to get around to the finish line, he collapses into a judge, a steward, a marshal.
Sure.
He collapses into someone's arms. You get disqualified for that. You can't be touched in a race.
No way.
My man gets disqualified.
That's crazy.
He can't finish it. He passed. He collapsed, went unconscious.
Wow.
And he did get some kind of. This made me sick. Toward the end of the story, I don't know if it was his nationality, his queen, or I think he was from Britain.
He is.
He got a little participation trophy for giving it his all.
That's terrible.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't you army crawl somehow to the finish line?
You got to.
Don't
you have 17 minutes.
Don't you roll sideways?
Wow.
Somehow?
He must have been dying.
Yeah. Well,
he didn't, but literally.
Well, he almost has to. If
yeah.
you can't army crawl in 16 minutes to the finish line, you may as well check out.
This is a crazy line from the story. After covering just 200 meters in 11 minutes, it feels like it's fast. He was stretchered away and never raced again.
Yeah. He's trying to finish, right? He's 200 meters away. It's taking him 11 minutes. Wow. You made a good point a minute ago. That almost sounds Roman Coliseum-ish. Like the thumbs up, thumbs down. Everybody's watching.
Yeah.
You get the feeling everybody's watching this poor man about to die.
Yeah.
But you can't go. You can, obviously, to save his life. But he might have been waving people off because
trying to win.
Literally, you can't get any outside support, or you're DQ'd.
Wow.
How about that? 200. Casey, don't you somehow.
He got to.
You've got to say, I'm going to die right there, 201 meters away.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, I think.
Oh.
Man, that's
And that was it. He shut it down, right?
He never raced again, yeah.
Never.
He said, I was lucky to have not died that day. Never raced again. Wow.
Makes you wonder how far he won some of the other marathons. I mean,
Yeah, so I was like, he broke the world record for the men's marathon 4 times during the 1950s. He was the first runner to complete a marathon in under 2 hours and 20 minutes. An achievement which was equated to breaking the 4-minute mile. So this guy's like the goat of runners.
but good news, he didn't die at 41. He died at 80.
Yeah. He had a good
So,
run.
now,
1999.
it would have been a good run, provided everywhere he went, people didn't just shake their... Dude, how'd you not... For
17 minutes. Crawl.
200 meters.
Dude, like, here's the real question, though.
How did you not win?
So the person that ends up getting the gold medal, don't you kind of feel like, ugh, I didn't win.
Yes.
I was down by 17 minutes, and this guy died. Like, almost.
Or do you take the other tact and go, well, that was my plan. I let him go out too fast.
No.
You know?
You go, I don't think I won this.
I was saving a little bit for that 17-minute kick.
I don't know about all that.
No?
No, I think that's a tough sell, personally. Wow, that's tough.
How about that guy? Not to be outdone.
Oh, no.
And it's kind of weird how this happened. Hopefully our buddy Mike Freed will take it out of bounds here in a few minutes. We have another kind of marathon story.
Oh, really?
Yes, sort of.
Does anybody die?
Oh.
Oh.
I don't think so. Maybe we can... Maybe that can be the fiction part of the story. No. But it's not really running a marathon. I'll tease it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is more a marathon walker.
Oh.
And I'll tease this, though. It's probably the most furthest marathon you could do in our country. There's a tease.
Furthest away from here?
The furthest you could actually do if you just called it one big marathon. The hell with 26.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah.
And my man decided, well, anybody could walk it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to play an instrument doing it.
What's wrong with people?
This is great.
Do you think it's fair that people can walk? Like, do you count that, walking a marathon? Is that a thing? You're a runner, right? Or what?
Yeah, I've done 2 marathons. I run now 1.5 to 2 miles once a week, maybe.
I feel like if you're going to walk a marathon, you have to be 70.
Yeah. There is there's a group here.
Oh, boy.
That, and I'm sure this is all around the country, too. Last name is Galloway, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Okay.
And he has a distance running club. You can sign up.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never have done it or would do it. And particularly for the marathons. And a bunch of people sign up. And his program is, and don't quote me on this, but it's like, and you go as a group. You'll show up at the run,
Mm-hmm.
if it's half marathon. I've seen them a million times at the marathon and the river run. You'll show up as a group. You've trained as a group. And he kind of calls out, you guys will run a mile and walk 30 seconds, run another minute. It's timed, and walking isn't. Now,
Well, I'm fine with that.
they want you to walk fast,
Yeah, move it.
but
Not like you're in Walmart.
yeah, good point. Good
But,
point.
like, I feel like the people that just straight walk the marathon.
Straight walk, yeah.
Is that an accomplishment?
Yeah. Pretty good. Decent little workout, I guess. People walk these races all the time. They show up, you'll have friends show up at the river run, and they'll wait until the entire crowd goes, and they'll walk. And a lot of times the police will come behind them and go, okay, we're done. You have no more safety or whatever. I hope you know where you're going.
Yeah.
No more water stations.
Yeah, to me, it's not that impressive.
Yeah, but no, some people do. But yeah, this
Like, my
gal-
grandma does it, but she's 80.
Oh, dude, she could take a car. I'd let her take a car.
We've encouraged her to stop, but she don't stop.
She still does running?
No, she walks.
Oh, walk?
Yeah. But she, like, walks marathons. I'm like, Grandma, you got to stop.
That is great.
But to me, that's acceptable. But I feel like if you're, like, 42, you can't walk a marathon.
Yeah. You gotta be thick-skinned probably about that. Gotta be thick-skinned. So, All right, let me get out of here. Let's take a quick break here. One down, and I think we've got our buddy Mike Freed out front. We'll get him in here, and the Walking Fiddler is what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
That's the official name, the Walking Fiddler.
Okay. I like it.
That and a whole lot more. You'll love this story. On the other side, one down, one to go. Back here at it on a Monday, the Young and Norvell Show right here on Action Sports Jacks.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandalwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with We Are Martyr rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is down. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
Not only have we hit the month of July, which I think is basically the start of football season, particularly when you're past the 4th, we've burnt through a week already, Casey. How about that? Can you believe that? We've burnt through the first week of July, basically.
Yeah, I like how that works.
Man, 12 days before rookies report to their NFL camps, the 2 teams in the Hall of Fame game, they're gosh darn, they probably got about a week before they.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
For them, definitely.
For them, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. spinning off here, we're going to have Mike Freed, our comedian. We're going to take it out of bounds here momentarily. Got a lot of stuff. He's been gone guy's been running around in Europe, for God's sakes, for 2 weeks.
Guy hasn't been on in a while.
My goodness.
The last time he was on before that, we had the debacle with the link, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which was his fault.
He needs, definitely. And
better have a good show plan today.
What are we not paying him for? To not show up? I mean, come on.
Basically.
This guy's been gone to Europe, for God's sakes, instead of here. I care about people, and I'm a helper. We know that, right? I'm a helper.
That's not a good way to start.
And I don't like anybody's plight. I don't like, to get joy off of plight, which made me sad, Casey.
Oh, no.
And you probably were sad as well when you saw the Red Panda crash. The Red Panda. Did you see that?
No.
You know who the Red Panda is, don't you?
I do not.
She has been entertaining mainly basketball audiences, NBA and college, since like 93.
Really?
The Red Panda is the little Asian girl.
Okay.
You've seen her. She
don't know
is a very accomplished unicyclist. She gets on a 20-foot tall unicycle.
Wow. Okay.
And then she has she's unicycling, and in her hands she's got that sounds like her.
That is not it. I believe that's Patrick.
Okay, that's Pat. Oh, okay, Pat.
What's happening, man?
What are you doing? Did you hear about the Red Panda?
Yeah, I know all about Red Panda.
Yeah, let me tell Casey real quick, and I hope I'm not being rude here. So she rides this 20-foot tall. Pat, you probably had her at some of your games. Unicycle.
Probably, but I wouldn't know. I don't see halftime shows.
Yeah, at halftime, and she's very famous, Casey.
Mm-hmm.
She rides this 20-foot unicycle, and she has in her hands 10 salad bowls. Big, and she'll while riding, pitch them up in the air and catch them on her head. Catch it. Think about that.
Well, that's talent.
That's very talented.
She's pretty impressive, bro.
It is. She's done that 1,000,000 times. Boy, she took a spill the other day. I mean,
yeah.
And I think she's only fallen twice in 30 years, I think.
Really?
She broke her wrist, all beat up, fell and hit hard. Guys, where I'm going with this is, do we now call her, instead of Red Panda, Black and Blue Panda? Or is that too soon? Too soon?
That's definitely too soon.
Too soon. Sorry
but she's been doing it for so long. She's probably made I would say close to $1 million doing
I've seen her in Gainesville 2 or 3 times.
So I would say, because she's got this status, I guess we can poke fun at her a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not a lot.
How you doing, man? How was your weekend?
It was good. It's pretty relaxing. We put some meat on the smoker and just relax.
Nice.
Mostly. Yeah, how was Penny with the fireworks?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. How about your animals? Penny wasn't too bad. She did sleep at the foot of my bed, which she never does. And she came in on her own, so she was a little spooked, but not too bad. It wasn't terrible at my house.
Yeah, no, our little dog, I somehow got her to just sit with me on the couch, and then I wrapped her up.
Yeah.
And she ended up falling asleep, but she was still breathing so fast and shaking.
Yeah, nervous.
So I think eventually she slept in the laundry room.
Yeah, nervous. They get nervous, and I don't like the fireworks. I don't like the way they mess with the animals, and then the elderly people. I think some elderly people don't know what the hell's going on. They're spooked, Anyway.
My dad was scared to go outside, so yeah, you're right about the elderly.
See there?
You're right about the elderly, Terry.
See there? Hey, we got Mike Freed coming in. This guy's been running around all over Europe for the last 2 weeks. Guy's not doing any work. He's coming in to. We got all kind of fun stuff to talk about. Fun stuff. What about you? Anything pique your interest over the weekend?
Yes, actually, I'm so glad you asked that. So, I'm over at my sister's house on Sunday.
Okay.
And she has ADHD, so she needs a body double to help her stay on task, which is what I was. And her stay back coach, Sean McVay.
Yes.
Get back behind the line, coach.
Yeah. Yes.
She will not focus if not. But we started watching The Bear, if familiar with that show, and then I'm just looking at stuff on my phone, and I see on ESPN2 they have this sport called flick golf.
Flick golf. I don't know about
Yes. Well, I'll say this. The fact that this sport is on television, First off,
Oh boy.
what are we doing here, Terry? Flick ball? Flick golf? Like
Can
literally, they have these.
Can you
special-
describe it?
They
Describe
have
it.
these special tools that kind of look like golf clubs, but they grab the ball and you flick them towards different targets. And it, I would say how they failed too was the actual the way it looked, because you couldn't follow and track the balls. Like they have guys trying to throw it into a specific target, like a pin, and you can't even see the ball. And he's 250 yards away as his target. It just
Now is this?
Oh man,
Is it the length of a golf club?
it's about the length. A lot of guys, their form looked like they were casting out their line. You know, Terry, you know all about that. Their fishing pole.
Yeah, I'm pretty much
That's
a
what it looks
fisherman.
like how they shoot it.
All right. So, how long did you watch it?
I actually gave it a full college try and watched both sides. It was Team Orange and Team Blue, and that was the last time I will ever watch that again.
Flick golf, as we welcome Mike Freed.
How you doing, my friend?
Mike Freed's here, Patrick. Mike Freed, out of bounds time.
I am here
Mike Freed,
indeed. You got me
bring
live?
Speaking of, in case he's mad at me, because 2 weeks ago, I have
Because it's ridiculous.
Patrick was
Get on
talking
with
about
it.
a sport he watched, Flick golf. He said he saw.
Flick golf.
A couple weeks ago, I've invented a sport.
Okay, let's hear about it.
No, we can't. I got to protect.
You hear me?
There
I can. Yeah.
All right, go.
Yeah, you can turn that.
Yeah.
Mike, you're some type of attorney or something, right?
Something like that, allegedly.
Business?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not. Number one,
Where's that
I
name?
need you to help me protect my sport.
Okay.
You can't just go willy-nilly saying it. Somebody will steal it.
All right.
Number
So
one,
you probably shouldn't say it on air.
that's what. Thank
No.
you. Thank you, Casey Kurtz. So, Mike, I need a non-disclosure
Right.
by you.
Right.
And then we got, I mean, Casey and I were going through how you protect a sport. You can do it, like pickleball and stuff like that.
I could see that. I mean, you could protect the name around it.
I got a name
You could
for it.
protect the logo.
We'll get a logo.
You know,
A little, it's kind of a, like pickleball's kind of a knockoff of tennis and ping pong.
it's a derivative.
Mine's a derivative. Patrick, I've invented a sport. How about that?
All right.
I can't tell anybody until Mike Freed helps me protect it.
At least give us an idea what it relates
He won't.
to.
He won't do it. We've done this dance for 2 weeks. He won't say a damn thing about it.
Okay, well, he's right. He's wise in that respect.
I'm sorry, say that again, Mike Freed.
I
Don't do
do.
that.
I mean, in this respect.
He's what?
You are wise in this respect. The less you say, the better. At some point, you need to sort of lick it and make it your own so that others
So
can't
how do we
claim it.
protect it? What do I do? What do we do?
You
What
and
do
I talk about it off air.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's
But
a
I
good...
need you now.
Yes.
Right now, Patrick, Casey, you two are witnessing. I don't have anything signed from Mike Freed. I don't want you to do anything
I'm your
sneaky.
lawyer. You don't need a non-disclosure from me.
Are you?
But,
All right, you
I
heard
mean,
that, Patrick? You heard that?
You're going to have to pay me something.
Casey,
now.
oh, shut your filthy mouth.
Well, I mean,
Look at the lawyers going
Mike.
right to the money. Right to the money.
Mike, how much is this idea? Because Terry, I bet he doesn't have enough
right.
to file something right now. How
No.
much does he need?
Oh,
We
Like,
just
does
want
he
to protect
does
it
he
and
need
sell it.
rules?
yeah, I mean, as much as you have, to be honest, to actually protect a sport.
I looked it up. We
And-
need a utility patent, I think, is what we
That's
need.
probably right. So I don't
Look
know
at me,
that's...
Patrick. Look at me, Betty. Look
Yeah.
at
Hey,
me.
man, you actually
Shark
mean
Tank,
this.
baby. Shark Tank comes through again.
I always wonder about Shark Tank because those guys go on that show, as best I could tell, totally unprotected, and they share everything not just with the sharks, but the rest
Don't they
of the
have
world.
to have signed something behind scenes?
Presumably, they've already gotten their idea to more than idea stage.
I
already
also
done
wonder
business.
when they go, yeah, I've got a patent. They got
I
this.
hope so.
Do they
Yeah.
really have everything they say?
A lot of times they have a patent pending.
right.
It's not that hard to file a patent application, but I like your idea. But definitely the logo, definitely the trademark you'd want to protect as well. Might be a service mark. So this is not terribly funny content.
Well, yeah, we'll get to it in a second, the funny stuff. But is there a way to patent protect a new sport? You
Right.
can't patent the rules of a sport, but there are ways to legally protect certain aspects of a new sport or game depending on what you're trying to control or monetize. Here's a breakdown. What cannot be patented, blah, blah, blah. What can be protected? Utility patent for equipment or mechanics. If your sport includes new equipment or unique scoring system, ball apparatus, that's never existed before. Blah 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 blah. So
Right.
I've invented a sport. So
Yeah, you
anyway.
could protect the racket, you could protect the ball, you could protect all those
Yeah.
types of things potentially.
Does it have
the
an
concept. It will have a ball, and it may be just a standard. It's what I need to protect the way you play a game,
Right.
and it's totally different.
Yeah. It sounds like there's a lot to it. It could be interesting.
All
I mean,
right, here
we
we
need
go.
a new sport, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We got a bunch of boring sports.
I think we've got some new sports to
Yeah.
talk about today. Did you
Anything
see?
can be better than flick golf.
Yeah, well,
Anything could be better.
and you guys already talked about it, so I won't make you reiterate it. But I do look forward to hearing about what flip or flick golf.
Flick, I think he said flick.
Flick, F-L-I-C-K.
Patrick, your hair is getting a lot too long. You need a haircut, man. What's going on?
I think he looks very handsome.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
All right, here I got one. I'll lead one off. This happened a week or so ago when you weren't here getting paid the money we're not paying you.
Right.
This date back in 1929. How about this?
1929.
The Walking Fiddler.
Walking Fiddler.
You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
This dude, Otto Funk, in 1929, he decides that he's going to walk cross country.
Okay.
He starts in New York City.
Right.
And he walks. He completes it 4,165 miles. He was 62 years old at the time, 5'2", 100 pounds. He had a trail car behind him.
Yeah.
He had sponsors. He went through about 18 pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it every step of the way
Fiddling.
playing a fiddle.
Did the rats follow him, like out of one town
I
into
think
another?
so.
Are you serious?
Hey, he did this he started June 28, 1928.
Right.
He finished July 25th, 1929. Now, it says it took him 183 days. That's more than 100. I think because he would stop. He made 142 theater appearances on his way.
Is he a good fiddler?
Oh, that's cool.
He appeared on 18 radio contests.
Wow.
And
while running?
Concerts. Well, he'd stop and I guess a day or two he'd party.
Yeah, was he running or walking?
Walking. He walked
okay.
it, and he appeared hundreds of street concerts.
Now that's impressive, but is that a sport?
I don't know, man.
Is there any other sport that combines music and athletics?
Dance-a-thon.
Is that dancing or a sport?
Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh!
Music?
Banana ball.
No. Theme
banana
songs
boy.
don't. They're not dancing and singing.
I think the dancing marathons. Bonita probably did some
How
marathons.
would you tie those two things in, you know?
No, but I mean, what's interesting about what he did is he got walking, which we'll call athletic for the sake of argument,
Okay.
and playing a fiddle. It's not unlike those Olympic sports where they do skiing and shooting.
I think
right?
you guys have blown by. The guy's 62 years old,
Yeah.
5'1", 100 pounds.
Yeah.
He walked 4,100 miles.
Yeah.
New York to San Francisco, playing a frickin' fiddle
Yeah.
with a safety car behind him with his brother,
Yeah.
where he could sleep, change, and eat.
Yeah.
And y'all are, is it a sport? My God!
You know what's
love a beat.
what prejudices it for me is I know people who have run from coast to coast and done it in less time, but still, he's older. He's got a fiddle. The fiddle's definitely
All
adds
right,
something.
if you don't like that marathon-ish story, we've already had two. Casey, we had two before, right?
Yes, two.
Yeah. How about a third marathon sport? All right,
Wow.
Patrick, see if you like this.
That's my thing. That's my jam.
How about this? 32-year-old husband living in San Diego,
Okay.
right? He was at the dinner table a couple months ago, and he got bragging to his, his bride. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this?
I don't know. You haven't told the story yet.
Run through it, yeah.
He gets bragging about...
I mean, a lot of men brag to their wife.
Yeah.
That's not a story yet.
Yeah. So he says, obviously the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon.
Okay.
Big famous marathon in
Yeah,
San Diego.
yeah.
Oh, I could do that. I could do it. Mr. Testosterone, 32, still,
Right.
Patrick's age, still thinks he's athletic, blah, 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 blah. So he said, I could do that. I could run a marathon right now with no training. I could do it.
Yeah.
So that was like 2 weeks, 2 days before the marathon.
Right.
So the next morning at 6 a.m., wifey roused him in bed.
Yeah.
Wakes him up, says, hey, by the way, big boy, 24 hours from right now, 6 a.m., gun goes off. I just signed you up for the marathon.
Huh.
He did it.
He did it.
He went and got some beat-up shoes. He wasn't a runner. He hadn't been athletic, he said, since high school.
Yeah.
They go and get some used shoes. He does it. Now, 5 hours and 50, almost 6 hours.
That's not bad.
But he did it.
That's my first marathon took me about that length of time.
he did
and
it.
I trained for it. Yeah.
He did it, Patrick.
That's impressive.
How about wifey wakes him up and says, "You got 24 hours from right now, big boy. You talk the game, back it up."
I wonder if he felt like if I signed you up for a marathon and told you, like, I'm not your wife, but, like, do you have to do it? Is it like a moral thing?
Well, my guess would be when he finished it, I would go right back into the house and I'd say, "Hey, wifey.
Yeah.
I just signed you up for some cooking lessons, okay?"
Right. A sexathon or something.
Right? Hexathon.
I don't know. Do they have those?
I don't know. Mike, free. I know you were at Amsterdam, but my God, we don't run that kind of show. Patrick, you hear him?
Gotten very permitted.
I heard nothing that I agree.
It was in the context of marital bliss. I think that's appropriate.
Exactly.
That's on brand. That's on brand.
So what do you got going on with Robo Soccer?
Oh, yeah. As long as we're talking about expansions of sports.
What the world is this
we
about?
got AI-powered robots have faced off in soccer. You won't be surprised to know that it was in China. But it looks like it was a 3-on-3 tournament, and it's kind of interesting because I've seen like years ago I was visiting.
So this is on a screen you're watching it?
No, these are like
These are
real,
robots?
They're AI controlled, so they're
Okay.
controlled
Oh, okay.
presumably by screens. But
That's
the
the robo
robots
part.
themselves look like, they have limbs and a head and a torso,
And they play.
and they kick a ball, which is pretty hard.
Now, did the and Pat, I want you to hear this too. These Robo Soccer players, and they played a match, right? They went out.
Yeah.
Now,
I think-
did the creators? They put chips in these things and all.
Right.
Did they include like every 5 minutes falling on the ground, rolling around like you've been shot?
they did.
I'm guessing. Well, that would be good. You don't have to foul.
Is that in there?
I don't know if you can foul. I mean, like one of them could push, the other one could shoot, the other, I don't know.
Well, they fall down and they don't get fouled anyway. They just start rolling around.
Yeah.
Did they also put in there after 90 minutes 0-0?
Yeah, that's probably not uncommon because it's really hard to teach a robot to walk.
Yeah.
And to have them be upright and then to be able to kick a ball. But I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a neat.
Pat, did you see it? I didn't see it.
I saw it. Yeah.
It looked pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Would you? I mean, you're answering the question kind of, but could you imagine? Like, is what makes sports interesting the human element, or could we get behind watching robots compete in sports?
I couldn't. Pat, could you?
I'm not sure.
The closest I want to get is next year, the enhanced games.
Yeah, that's
Those
true.
humans are going to be
about
close
that,
to
Mike.
robots.
We did about the enhanced games or the robo games. I think we should have the enhanced athletes play the robo athletes.
How would we
To the death.
be able to keep fairness in this robot?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think like Formula One, where it's the teams who have the most money are the ones that always win.
Yeah.
You would think that'd be pointless.
Right.
Is that about as close to robotic sports? I mean, have you watched these Formula One cars? They're so tech now. I mean, there's a crew.
Oh yeah.
That is, it is high.
2.2 seconds, man.
Yeah. Now that has a
2.2
human.
seconds is what it takes.
Has a human driving it, so I guess in the robotics you have a human controlling it, presumably, or maybe it's all AI. Maybe you just
Mike,
set them up and let them go.
We're taking it out of bounds. I'll let you. You missed a moment ago, and I wanted to know, was this too soon?
Okay.
You heard about Red Panda?
No, I don't think I have.
Real quick.
Oh man.
Red Panda, like 2 weeks ago. She's the girl, been doing it for like 30 years,
Yeah.
made a fortune. The Asian girl that rides the about 20-foot tall unicycle.
Okay.
And then she gets up there. She has like 10 different salad bowl size, and she'll be on a 20-foot.
Yeah.
Landing on her head. She crashed the other day.
Oh dear.
Cool.
She
broke
broke
it up with her foot and she catches it
Yeah,
on her head.
yeah. She flicks it with her foot and catches,
Yeah.
and on a 20-foot. So
Guess
she's
she
done it
crashed.
for years.
Just fell.
She had a crash. Yeah,
Oh, no.
on
She
court,
okay?
Broke her
But
wrist.
if you
I
see
don't-
it, like she fell within the first 10 seconds of her getting up and on it.
Oh, it's like riding a bull almost for
Yeah.
her.
Like,
But
right
the
before
question
it up.
is, does she go now from Red Panda to Black and Blue Panda? And is
Yeah.
that too soon?
Well, no, I think so. I mean, I just met her only in the
Sorry.
sense that you just told
Yeah.
me about her.
Yeah.
And I already feel bad for her. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to go that route. By the way, as long as we're talking about expansion of sports and would you watch it?
I
and,
invented the sport. Anybody? Did I tell you about that?
You
Casey,
told us
I've
about
invented a sport.
You told us about not telling us about it.
Oh, yeah.
But I know we don't do politics on this show, but we would be remiss if we didn't talk about UFC on the White House lawn. Have you guys seen that that's coming?
That's next year,
Oh, it is,
right?
it is going to happen. Wow.
Well,
That's
I mean,
next-
he says it's going to happen.
Next
so
4th of July, right?
I don't know if has he got
Yeah.
a date certain?
Well, 4th of July, 250 years
Right.
birthday.
But what do you, I mean,
This was 249.
It invites the bigger question: is it appropriate? Would people? I mean, both. Is it good use of taxpayer dollars?
Will it be Biden and Trump?
No.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Patrick, would you pay to see that?
That'd be kind of cool to see
No.
who.
How about Melania and Jill?
maybe that's how we should
Maybe
settle
that one.
political
I see that
disputes.
I
Yeah.
would definitely watch that.
How about Melania and Joe? That'd be a fair fight.
But why stop with the White House? Why not have like the what do you call it, the Hall of Fame game on the Washington Monument lawn?
Yeah.
Why not use national park? Why don't you have something in the
great
foot?
idea.
Foot
And
of
by the way,
Grand
the
Canyon?
Olympics are in 2028, the
Yeah.
Summer Games.
Yeah.
They could swim in that pond at the mall.
That's very shallow. I mean, that'd be good for you and me to swim in, but
I think
it's
so.
like 2 feet deep.
I
Did
think
you ever
so.
see that movie with Forrest Gump where he like walks through it?
Yeah.
It's very, very shallow.
Jenny!
Yeah, Jenny.
Forrest!
Exactly.
Forrest! You've got a couple. I've got a couple.
Hit it.
I want to get to. You were gone, out of town.
I know.
Jacksonville
Sorry.
was voted the most boring city in the country.
What was the source? We got to start with what was the
It
source.
was some financial magazine. Some
Yeah.
financial magazine
That's
commissioned a
interesting.
study, and
it wasn't the most boring. It was the most boring of like the major
Top
cities.
50, yeah.
Yeah. So
Top
you had
50.
you had the first be. It's like we're not like
Yeah.
Duluth, whatever. We're
Wow.
we're
Patrick, did you hear spinoff, Mike?
Yes.
Did you hear like 4 days later?
Yeah.
I don't know who commissioned this, but they did. There was a study, most dangerous cities in the country, and they took this per 10,000 arrests or something.
Okay.
Population 10,000
Yeah.
arrests. Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So arrests per capita of
Number
the
one.
population.
Gainesville's most dangerous.
What's going on in Gainesville? Is
I
it
don't,
just
Patrick,
like,
what the hell's going on in your little
but you know
college
what?
town?
I have a theory there.
Now,
'cause-
if you're Stark, that's your city motto.
yeah.
We're not boring like Jacksonville, and we're not daily like Gainesville.
Right,
We're
we-
Stark. Come
we
visit
just
us.
ticket you. No, I think my theory is that if they're going by arrests, right,
Mhm.
and you went to school there, Patrick, so you know a college town, you got a lot of transplanted, hoity-toity kids and their parents. You got a lot of bicycles. You got a lot of stolen bicycles. You got a lot of they scratched my car. So you got a lot of people just calling the police.
Are you accusing Patrick of all this?
No, I'm saying
Okay.
he observed it
Patrick,
because
you didn't do any of that, did you, over there at Gainesville for extra money?
I just
Look at him. Look at those eyes. Did you see his
I didn't
eyes?
get
Those
NIL
are
money,
guilty.
man.
Those are guilty eyes right there.
I did not get NIL money, so I might have to make it work.
But did you get crab legs and money in your locker and the like?
So Jacksonville and Gainesville.
Yeah, I don't think Jacksonville's boring. I think Jacksonville
We had a- was it
requires
Ca-
you to seek out fun, but it doesn't find you. But there's plenty of fun every
And
night in
if,
Jacksonville.
if you're either airport, you are number one at something. Do you put that on the wall?
Yeah, I think.
Welcome to the most dangerous city in America, Gainesville.
I think
Florida.
you lean into it, right?
Yeah, Jacksonville, the most boring. Good night.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
night.
Well, it's like Austin
We go
is
to sleep at 9
weird,
o'clock.
right? So
Yeah.
that, I mean, weird is not a positive thing. So
Yeah.
we just say Jacksonville is boring, but then it'd be like a tongue-in-cheek thing. But no, I mean, I do comedy, and there's a comedy show in Jacksonville every night of the week, sometimes 2 or 3. Now, it's not necessarily, within 10 minutes of where you live, so you may not
It's
see
within
it.
10 minutes of where I live, and I'm
Yeah.
going to go by there. I'm
Right.
telling you, I want to meet those people.
For the right fee, we
The
will
one
do.
on Mayport.
Mayport's good. That's Tuesday night at the Voussois. That's always a good show.
No. The Jacksonville Comedy.
Oh, the First Coast Comedy.
Coast
That's improv and comedy.
Yeah.
They even have a midnight show on Saturday.
Oh,
Tell
that,
me that's
Patrick.
not fun.
That sounds
I've
fun.
tried to tell you to go there plenty of times.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm not going alone.
We got
Why not?
the Comedy Zone this week at on Wednesday. I'll be there. So
You're there this Wednesday?
You're at First Coast?
No,
when
I'm
you
at,
First Coast now?
I'm at the Comedy Zone in Mandarin on Wednesday.
Patrick, remember I went and saw him, man. It was pretty good.
Thank you. It's almost like not being boring.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was
no.
okay. I mean,
I think there's a lot of fun stuff going on in Jacksonville, but compared to other cities, I would agree we have a long way to go.
So you sent me this topic,
Yes.
and it involves Shador Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah. We
And
have one of
Patrick-
him every week.
And Shador who was drafted by Cleveland.
Yes.
So he's up in Cleveland.
5th round.
And look at James Bond. Look, Mike. Look at James Bond on our show. Right here, Mike.
Wow.
Can you
You like it shaken, not stirred, or what do you say?
What the hell is that?
It's not a martini.
It's a gimlet.
We need to. What's Patrick's
Goblet.
mama's name?
Bonita.
Bonita.
This is
Bonita.
Bonita.
Bonita,
This
which
is my drink.
means pretty. We need to invite Bonita.
What the hell's going on over there?
Bonita,
what
you
the
need to-
hell's going on?
Drinking, and I approve.
Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Even
The
here.
holiday, the extended holiday is over, Bonita.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. We need to invite Bonita into the studio and have taco and
Oh, we've
margarita
had her
Tuesday.
on several times, haven't we, Patrick?
He was a ringer for trivia. You missed out on that, Mike. It was the ringer.
Yeah. We
Well,
can't find anybody to do trivia anymore. Patrick and I, with her, we just mauled everybody.
Where is trivia and what night is that?
We would have guys come on and ask questions. But
Oh, that kind of trivia. I
too
got
smart.
you. All right.
We had one guy every Tuesday that he did trivia after we were off the air at Hurricane, and his schedule changed or something. I think we think he chickened out. We think he chickened out. Hey, but anyway, Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur Sanders, yeah, Deion Sanders' son.
So he's with Cleveland.
Yes.
And they're working out. And catch me up, because he was asked somehow, does he ever eat gas station food?
Well, I think they're always just looking for clickbait.
Well,
with
let me
him.
stop you there.
Yeah. Oh.
So
I didn't even say anything.
I don't know if you saw this in the story, but here's where I went with the story.
Yeah.
So Patrick, I guess it's a media gaggle. He's talking to the media.
Yeah, it was one guy that was walking with him.
And
but yeah.
somebody asked him, and I don't know if you understand.
I saw the question and the answer.
Said, Shedeur, do you ever eat gas station food? Well, let me stop you there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it, and I don't think you're aware. Do you understand Jim Dolan, the owner of the Browns, owns Circle K and Pilot? So
he was just
truck stops.
He was just trying to please his boss.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then he said no. Well, you got to say, yeah. I don't even think Shedeur knows the guy that's writing his checks owns the biggest Pilot Circle K Flying J.
And the way it played out, that got a little bit of
what
attention.
What did he say?
It was just that. Only the question was what we call in the legal biz a leading question. He was asked, when you eat...
That's a leading question, sir.
Right. When you stop at a gas station, what do you get to eat? And he said, I don't eat at a gas station. Yeah, and so it came off supposedly as unrelatable, this guy who was, raised by Deion Sanders and didn't have to eat gas station food, which, by the way, gas station food can be pretty expensive, so I don't know if that separates the haves and the have-nots.
Patrick, don't you have to know that your owner has made all of his billions in the
Circle
gas,
whatever? What's the name of his store?
Flying J. It's the biggest one.
But he didn't say Flying J. He said gas station.
I'm sure. Out, man. Have y'all ever been to Wawa?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was searching for your old style gas stations with your pig's feet and your ham hocks and your egg rolls and your hot dogs that have been sitting up there for.
And your egg. Hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled egg, which I think raises the question I want to ask each of you, Patrick. What do you eat when you're on a road trip? The only thing around is a gas station, or maybe you're searching out a gas station.
I got an answer, Pat. You got one?
What's your go-to? And don't give me some packaged candy bar.
I'm not going to be like, oh, we can't eat here.
Right.
If they got something on that little hot rack,
in
there, I might grab something there.
Whatever it is. All right. No questions asked, right? You're not going like, how long's this been up there or anything. You just, it's good.
I should probably do that.
Yeah.
You
You wouldn't like the answer. You would be unhappy.
I'm more of a when I get caught like that, I'll go in and get a water, Propel, but I'll get a Slim Jim or two.
Yeah.
Just kind of a holdover.
Slim Jim. Okay, so that's wrapped. I mean, I don't know what they wrapped, but they wrapped something. Yeah. I have a habit wherever I am. It could be a nice restaurant, but certainly it's true at a gas station where I will pick the worst thing, the thing that they do the least. I was driving years ago, going to JU down from Maryland, so 12-hour drive. Stopped at a Stuckey's gas station. So you remember Stuckey's, the old Stuckey's? Stuckey's does pecan roll, right?
Remember the pecan roll? They were good.
Yeah, they do that fine. You get a pecan roll. You probably get a burger at Stuckey's. You're okay.
They were good.
I ordered the crab cake.
Oh, that sounds.
Yeah, that was and a long road trip with other people in the car. It's not good to eat things that are gonna upset your belly.
Yeah, probably not.
I did that. So I'd be interested to have our viewers text or call in, or what do they do? Send smoke signals? What do they do on the show?
I don't know.
Nobody's ever reached out.
I don't know.
Well, if somebody wants to get on a pony and drive down a little message to tell us what they would eat at a gas
Carrier
station.
pigeon?
Yeah, please. For rider number 7 who writes in with a good answer, I'll give him this pen right here.
Now, hey, so he went to Europe, Patrick.
I did.
Nothing.
He went to Europe, and somehow he went to Amsterdam, I think.
I did. I took my daughter to Amsterdam.
Nobody does that. That was a bad move.
Oh, my God. And we went, I had my travel agent make reservations for us, but this one night we went to a place called Belize, and we're walking to it. She's all dressed up. I'm looking pretty nice. and we're walking, and there's a very clear red light district there, which is where the stuff happens. Although I will say it's not unsavory like it would be in any city in the U.S. It's regulated and clean, but still, I'm like,
this
like
is a very
ancient Rome.
yeah. There's Greco-Roman wrestling.
You're very X-rated today, Michael Freed.
I'm using big words. Doesn't that make it okay?
X-rated.
So we walk in, and I'm like, this is getting worse.
Does her mother know you took her daughter to the reddest of red light districts in Amsterdam?
Well, she does now. No, this is my ex-wife you're talking about.
Yeah, it's still the mother.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
You're coming from a place of judgment, Benita.
Yes, thank you, Miss Benita.
You need to back it up a little bit.
Kendall, you're never going to Amsterdam.
It was
you're
just
watching.
one block.
Never going to
No,
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam was lovely. It is one block into the red light district. We go into this place, and it's kind of weird looking. And then I stopped at the door, and I said, hey, maybe I made a mistake. I made this reservation for my daughter and I. Is this, an appropriate place for us to go? And the guy goes, yeah, it's great. And we went in, and it was like 30 people sit around the table. They had like these screens up all around.
30 people. We call that a...
What do you call it, Mr. Clean Guy? Anyway.
I'm not getting in the middle of this.
But I
like
liked
too sweet and innocent.
Amsterdam was good. It was a little dirty. I mean, not in that sense, but it was not as clean as you might expect. A lot of bicycles everywhere. They're like, they have more bicycles, literally.
Was that the main trip destination?
We went to Paris and Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guy Petty?
Hey, nothing wrong with that. No, we were.
Was there? Did you see? Was there this thing kind of leaning? It was like it wasn't straight up. It was like leaning kind of.
Are you in Italy?
Is that Italy?
Pisa? Are you talking about?
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I was asking. Is that not where?
Yeah. No,
that's not where they. Was there a tower there?
That is in Pisa. The Eiffel Tower.
There was it leaning? Was the Eiffel Tower leaning?
It was not leaning. After a few drinks, it appears to be. Yeah.
Did you go up in the tower?
We did not. The thing about traveling with a teenage girl, which sounds strange to say, but the thing about traveling with your daughter is that they're at this stage where they like to take pictures in front of everything and not actually experience it.
Now, did she want to go to? I mean, how old is she?
She loves Paris. She's 16.
So she was okay going to
we
Amsterdam.
went to Paris last summer. Yeah, she picked Amsterdam. She wanted to see the Anne Frank house to her credit.
Where was your travel? You went JIA to?
We went JIA to on the way out Dallas. Into
wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
Yeah, I know.
Go that way.
Look at you. You don't know where Pisa is, but you know that Dallas is.
Don't you hate when you travel and you have to go? I'm a straight line guy.
I know.
If I'm in JIA and I'm flying to Dallas, I don't want to go up.
I'm with you.
Like to Charlotte and then over. No, I want to go straight my direction.
Yeah, and I got to go to Miami tomorrow, and I'm just going to drive because to fly to Miami, there's flights that'll take you to Atlanta. Before
That's
you
what
get
I'm
to
talking
Miami.
about.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Patrick, you're going north to go south.
Yeah, it's
that's
really
as bad as that's as bad as when I went Did you hear I went deep sea fishing?
No, did you catch anything?
A little bit.
What'd you catch?
Did you have
that one fish?
I don't want to talk about it, but anyway, did you know
they sell those in the supermarket?
You know you have to go fishing to go fishing. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Pogies. You got to get pogies.
Oh, yeah. You first put the net out and you catch the little fish.
I thought that was shrimping. I thought we were going fishing.
Yeah. That sounds like they did it right. But
Patrick, you're a fisherman. You kind of look like a guy with a cane pole and just a straw hat.
Did you get sick?
Eating an apple and a couple of hot dogs.
Did you get seasick at all, Terry?
No. I didn't think I would. No, I didn't.
No?
I did not.
Oh, good for you. But you don't have any fish to share?
No. There's some kind of thermocline in the water.
Excuses.
It's not me. The captain was. I said, I think thermocline means we got a bad captain, is what I think that means.
Yeah, tell him to go where there isn't a thermocline.
Hey, I don't know if this is funny. I saw this.
Yeah.
Last week when you were out.
Mm-hmm.
And not really a sports thing, but I thought this was kind of funny.
Okay. You can read that.
The first ever bicycle traffic court was in Racine, Wisconsin.
What does that mean?
Is that funny? Racing.
Oh, racing.
Racing.
What is it? Are they prosecuting people who have done bicycle violations? Or are you driving up on a bicycle to get prosecuted?
You're the attorney.
You're like, hey.
But the word
judge is on a bicycle. Everybody's on a bicycle.
To me, I thought racing, like you're going too fast on your bike.
Yeah.
It was in Racine, Wisconsin.
It's funny in a dad joke kind of way.
Yeah. All right, what do you got, funny man?
I'd still like to know more about that. Last thing I saw is I think this was the last thing, is the minor league teams are more fun than they are baseball sometimes, right? And they're all doing different things to distinguish themselves. Our own Jumbo Shrimp do a good job of that. In Reno, Nevada, they guess who they had, and if you saw this, don't answer, throw out the first pitch. You get to throw out the first pitch.
Can you give us some clues?
It was not
Reno?
It was not a human.
Did you say Reno?
Reno, Nevada. I don't think that's
a non-human.
A non-human.
Is
in
he
Reno.
a child star? Like a mascot?
A slot machine.
No, wasn't a mascot. No, is an animal.
A monkey?
Yeah, I mean that'd make more sense. They had a rabbit throw out the first pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how they got the
Hey,
rabbit.
man, how do you do that now?
Yeah, you
Stop
put the ball in front of it and get him. And with the catcher, you weren't a catcher. You look like a catcher.
No.
Yeah,
By
so
the way, Mike, and Terry and I had a really philosophical talk about this.
Yes.
Who is, as a parent, as a mom?
Yes.
Who signs up their kid to be the catcher?
I know.
Well, I think you evolved there, right?
You're in the most action. The ball is thrown at you.
Yep.
There's deflections and all kinds of.
And Patrick, as I told Patrick, Mike, the catcher's gear.
Yeah.
There's a second description over the years. It's called the tools of ignorance.
Yeah.
Why would you say, "Oh yeah, that's my son"?
Right.
Johnny, get over there.
I've always admired them. I mean, first it's got to be a good, sort of stretch to be in that position for a length of time because you're down there crouching like a rice farmer or something for a long time. That's impressive to be able to hold that position.
Patrick a moment ago said a monkey when he was guessing.
Yes, that would have been a good guess.
That reminded me, and Casey, I don't want to put you on the spot. If you cannot pull this up, we totally understand. But that reminded me, one of the great minor league baseball little, they always have something going on, like promotion.
Sure.
And he's come through here a million times. Have you guys ever seen Whiplash, the cowboy monkey?
No, let me just get a picture of that for a minute.
Whiplash is the monkey. He's in full monkey cowboy gear.
Why are they calling him
with
Whiplash,
a hat,
though?
and he rides the back of a collie.
Yeah.
And he rounds up your herd.
Yeah.
And I think they put like ducks on the field, and he rounds them up.
That sounds amazing.
Hurt. Oh, Casey, if you could find that video. Whiplash was awesome.
I would enjoy it.
I love Whiplash.
I'd like that more than the game. By the way, this rabbit's name was Alexander the Great. And he was rescued from a meat farm in California and adopted.
Nice.
He's now a certified therapy rabbit who visits hospitals and
so
charity
how did
events.
he do it now? How did he throw it out?
Let's see if there's
Did he
any.
kick it out with his little rabbit feet, or?
Yeah, I think they said he was assisted somehow.
Don't rabbits, Patrick? Don't they kick stuff real good or jump real high or something?
It says with some help. So let's see if there's a picture here. Let's see.
What was his name? Alexander the Great?
Yeah.
Rabbit?
Yeah.
And he was about to go into a pot, like on what was that movie? What was that one movie? That narrows it down. That one movie.
That one movie with a rabbit pot?
With Michael and the crazy girl boiled his. Glenn Close did it.
Yeah. It was a Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction. Remember that movie, Patrick?
That poor rabbit. Yeah.
Patrick, have you watched Squid Games? I'm giving up on that. It was gross.
Yeah, I never gave it a try.
Have y'all heard?
Too bad for you?
Have you watched it?
I watched all of season 1 and kind of like.
Yeah, I'm giving up. Casey's mad at me, but I'm giving up.
I don't mind
too much gore.
I don't mind that.
I don't know if it's going anywhere though. Okay, to play a game, if you don't play, if you get beat in the game, they shoot you in the head.
I would.
I think the guy that made it, I think he only wanted to do one season.
He's doing.
Did you watch all 3?
No, I've only watched.
Yeah, I've watched
Here comes
about 8.
the rabbit. That's the rabbit there.
Okay, what's he doing?
He's pitching.
He's not doing anything right now.
Well,
what are they?
It would have been cool.
What are they putting on him?
Got like a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
That gives energy into some mechanical arm.
Did he get it?
Pitch.
Does he get it across the mound?
Would be cool.
He's just standing there at the bottom of the mound, and some guy looks like he's ready to put him in a.
No, he just popped it off. Yeah.
Let me see. Great TV right here.
Yeah,
Great TV.
this is.
It's not. Nothing's going on. You got bars. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was not half bad.
What shot?
His little back feet, I guess.
See there, Patrick? Those little rabbit feet.
His little hopper feet.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's interesting.
I'm out of stuff. You're staying here, though. We got a few more minutes.
Is this the guy you're talking about here?
There he is. There's Whiplash.
Oh,
Look
he
at
actually
that guy.
rides the monkeys.
Look at Whiplash, the cowboy monkey, right there, baby.
Wow.
That guy goes around to every minor league park in America, and he rounds up like critters, and the place goes nuts.
Now, do they have?
Oh, I'm sure it goes nuts.
Look at it. He's got a little cowboy hat, little monkey cowboy hat.
Do they need to have
Nobody
their own
was hurt.
existing?
Look, he's even got a can. Is that a canteen?
Huh.
He needs some water in the summertime.
Did you see? I watched a movie with
Nice
my.
job, Casey.
I watched a movie with my son yesterday. It's called Nope. It's you watch Nope?
I've seen it. Yeah, what'd you think?
Well, I liked it, but it's relevant to our topic because the backstory is there's this monkey who was
his name Whiplash?
No, he was a co-host of a show, and one day he goes
Was
crazy.
his name Terry?
And he tears everybody up. He murders people. He murders.
Was his name Terry?
And no, I forget his name, like Georgie or something with a G.
Now, what? This is a movie?
The movie is
it's really
it's
good.
the movie's about aliens.
How did it tie in? How did it tie into the present time? Because that's what I forgot.
Not directly, but the Asian guy who had the ranch next door was the child star of that show, the only surviving person on the show, and so for whatever reason they give you that backstory.
The monkey killed like I don't know, 8, 9, 10 people.
Like a balloon popped, and he just went about killing all the rest
He
of
was
the cast.
trained and stuff, and then something happened, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he didn't.
You know,
have
I
like balloons.
invented a sport.
Could happen with me one day
I should
here.
make a movie. If that kind of crap is making it on, I could make a movie.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. The alien
It
is
was a good
interesting
movie, man. It
because
was
the
actually
alien is not a spaceship. The alien is like a creature.
You're semi-intelligent, so
Semi.
you were flipping channels and went, nope, I'm going to watch this thing about a what now?
It's an award-winning movie. My
I'm
son
with you,
claimed it
Mike.
for it. What's his name? It's the Keen and Peele guy.
Michael Key.
Keegan Michael Key.
Keegan Michael Key. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who did Get Out, which is really good.
He
And
did Us, and there's one more. All
Nope.
of this stuff's been good, Terry. You're missing out.
yeah, they're really good, and they turned the table because I don't want to get too stereotypic, but in the old days, the only black guy on the horror movie was the first to die. He reverses it. He's killing white people off really quickly. And I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
All right, even Stevens.
Yeah, well, we got years to go,
Yeah,
but
a few years,
it's a start. It's a
Yeah.
start. If you're gonna just
Hey, Patrick, I forgot to tell you, I got you cast in a movie. You got to try out tomorrow. Hey,
You got the job.
Hey, I burnt this story
Yes.
earlier, but I want to bring it back because I want to get y'all to comment.
that'll be horrible for the gaggle of listeners and
Yeah.
viewers who've been listening since the beginning
Now,
today.
the people listen in increments.
Right.
That's why you have quarter hour and stuff
Right,
like
so
that.
you didn't even have to say that.
1954, very accomplished marathoner. He was the world record holder, Olympic guy. Jim Peters, 1954 on this date. He was in the Commonwealth Games.
Okay.
Like Pan Am Games, Olympic Games. Commonwealth is a part of the. I think this guy was British.
Some sort of
He was
international
in
thing.
obviously British Commonwealth Games. So in 1954, he's like the world. He's the best marathoner in the world. It's a true story. So in the Commonwealth Games, he takes off. You know how a marathon works. You take off generally from inside the stadium. Then you go do 26 miles, and you
I
end
see.
up in the stadium. So you can be,
Okay.
the finish line is in the stadium. You
Yeah,
take
yeah.
off on the track, finish up 26.2 miles.
I didn't know that, but
So
that's interesting.
That's most of them, and particularly Olympic Games and
Yeah,
things like
the
that. So you can
competitive
come
ones.
back, and the crowd can. Here
Right.
comes the winner.
Right.
So this guy takes off. He's best in the world. He takes off, and as he's coming back, he's
Yes.
finishing. He's doing the 0.2 part, right? The track.
Yep.
He's by all accounts, he has a 17-minute lead.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
17, even in a marathon, that's a lot.
That's crazy. And as fast as those guys are going, that's like a 3-mile lead.
He's got comes back in the stadium, hot day. He collapses.
Oh no.
He falls out, right?
Hmm.
He ends up being like 200 meters from the finish line. But he falls unconscious.
Oh no.
He's got a 17-minute lead. This is a true story.
Yeah.
And so he's fighting. This case was looking up. He's fighting. Can't you army crawl 200 meters?
Well, not if you're
across?
unconscious.
But I mean, no, he was waking up and going.
Yeah.
So he ends up at one point. and
17 sounds too wide because that's
17
even more
minutes.
because they do like 4-minute miles.
Best guy in the world at it.
Or
17
maybe
minute
not
lead.
4 minute in America.
But can you imagine the whole stadium, like the Romans, the gladiators?
Yeah.
They're watching this poor guy, and he's in and out of consciousness. And at one point, they say, what do you say, Casey? He fell like 11 times and 200 meters
Yeah.
to go. So one time he fell into one of the marshals, and you get disqualified.
Oh, wow.
You can't get any help in any race like that.
Do the other runners just start trampling him at some point?
I think they did. Yeah, I think they all ran by and kicked him. A spinning temple kick. But he got some kind of participation trophy by the British Queen or something.
Least
don't
improved.
Patrick, somehow you cross that line.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I would
I'm
think.
not a runner, so I can't attest for running 26.2. So, yeah.
Mike, you got to cross that line, don't you?
Yeah, I would. With that kind of a lead or any lead.
But if I was the second place guy, it's all about winning. I would have, if he was 200 yards away,
right,
I'd have kicked him.
You know what I would do is
In a nice way.
I would lay sideways.
You got to win, Patrick. We got to win.
You don't have to kick him. You could just go by
Nudge him.
Yeah.
Nudge him.
Just for fun. I would.
Or like a turtle, I'd turn him the different way, the wrong direction.
Or maybe what he could do is just trip everybody as they come over him.
He could.
He could have just.
Did y'all ever see the softball player? I think it was high school. Softball player. She hits a home run to win the state title. She'd already missed half the year with a bad knee. Did y'all see this? About 10, 15 years ago, probably.
I don't know. You haven't finished this. You haven't barely started the story.
She hits a home run, and that's going to win the state title.
Yes.
Now, you have to finish.
I was wondering about this. You have to touch the bases.
You have to finish.
And if you miss one or whatever.
I think within, if I don't think anybody's watching if your team's around home plate. But you got to go around. Well, that ended the state championship for the team in the field. She hits a home run over the fence.
Yeah.
And she's barely.
Which is where home runs generally go.
Yeah, sometimes, no fence.
In the park.
Well, in the park. She's barely getting around the bases, and none of her coaches can help. None of her teammates can help.
And why? Is she just a bad runner or is she hurt?
No, you can't interfere with a base runner. You're out.
Right. But what happened to her that she couldn't do the run? Did I miss something?
Yeah, she had hurt her, missed most of the season with a ripped up knee.
I see. All right. So she could still hit, but her running wasn't so good.
Yeah, and she had hurt it in that game, championship game. Hits a home run, so nobody on her team or coaches can help her, or you'd be out, right?
Yeah.
So the visiting team, I would have never done this. A couple of the girls help her little arms.
Oh, I would totally
And they walk
do
her
that.
to second, she touches, and then they take her to third base.
Yeah, but this was running the bases
I would
is
have
ceremonial.
kicked her in the other knee.
You would not.
No, I'm not going to lose the state championship by helping this girl.
That's ceremonial. You've already lost.
No, if she can't touch home plate, hey, you play to the end.
Is that the rules?
Play to the end.
Bush League, Terry.
I would want to know the rule. If that's truly the rule, and that's one of the athletic things you have to do, I agree with you other than the kicking her part.
Why would you help the enemy?
But is it helping?
I would sit there and make her crawl around those bases, and if we're still on the field right now, we'd still be on the field.
Right. What does that accomplish?
Do you think morally after she scored, would that be cathartic for you? Would you feel better?
Yeah.
Holding that state championship trophy.
What if she could never walk again because of your?
That would make you feel better, Terry.
Yeah.
I'd bring her. I'd let her look at the trophy.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it
Can't
comes down
help her around the
down to the
bases.
rule. It comes down to the rule. If that's simply ceremonial, which I've always
Do
thought
you want to
it is.
see Juan Soto
So
helping
what's the point
Aaron
in a
Judge?
walk-off? Why run the bases?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, it's pretty. It's a fun thing to do. I think it's like running around the stadium after, you do something cool and high five everybody.
Answer me this. Do you want to see Juan Soto help Aaron Judge around the bases in the World Series, Game 7? No, I hope he punches him right in the knee.
Well, unless it's over and it's just a respectful thing. I've always thought, by the way, tell me if I'm right
Guys
on
are a
this.
bunch of babies.
You need to check this out. I like to think about how certain things were invented in sports. I think that the home run was invented by accident. Really, I think like some kids were playing a game. They didn't even have a name for it, but it was a ball, and they were bases and a bat. I don't know why they didn't call it bat ball, but that's a subject for another day. So it's called baseball. And, they had rules. You hit it, you run to base 1. You hit it, you run to base 2. You hit it, you run to base 3. Nobody had ever hit it over the fence, which was, kind of an annoying thing. They could have just as easily said, hey, he hit it out of bounds. Because in any other sport, you do something out of bounds, you get penalized. But in baseball, follow me on this.
Well, baseball's all screwed up.
Baseball, you get rewarded for hitting it out of bounds.
And if you hit a
and then they're
ball-
like, well, what do we do now? They're like, I don't know, just let him run around the bases. Let's give him a point. I think
And
that's
in
my
baseball,
theory.
if you hit a ball and it hits the foul pole, it's it's fair.
Yeah.
The foul pole is fair.
Even if it goes out, or it has to stay in.
If you hit a
Doesn't
ball,
matter. If it hits that foul
if
pole,
I hit a ball from home plate and it hits the foul pole,
Any
it's-
part of it.
if it goes this way, it's there to.
Yeah.
It's foul ball.
Why don't they make it pointier?
What do you mean by that?
If it were instead of a pole, which I presume is round, they made it pointy.
I think they're kind of some of them are round, I guess.
Then it would be clear it's going on the outside or it's going on the inside. But they treat it like a tennis line where it's...
Patrick, do you understand what he's saying?
I'm following.
Say that again. Why don't they make it what?
Well, the ball at some point makes contact with the pole. We're calling it a pole, right? And you're saying if it hits anywhere on the pole and goes in any direction from the pole, it's fair.
Ball. Yes.
What if it hit behind the pole?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you not talking about right now? How's it going to hit the back of the pole?
I don't know. I mean, let's just assume for the sake of argument.
What did they do to you over there in Amsterdam?
Yeah, no, that could never happen.
What is he, Patrick?
Anything can happen.
That could never happen.
Did you see Nope? Anything can happen.
Do you think you're the only
That could never happen.
comedian lawyer in this town? Do you think that we don't have a few of them that call me every week? Patrick, who is this guy? Where did Mike Freed go?
Sorry.
All right, so let's catch up. Wednesday, you are at Comedy Zone.
Comedy Zone, 7 o'clock. Come on out. It's a very inexpensive show. It's mostly locals and a few regional guys, and it should be a fun show.
Do you know who's on the ticket with you? Some of the guys I saw the last time, or would it be different guys?
No, I think different. I need to look at the lineup. I don't have it right in front of me. But
and that's Wednesday.
I looked at it. It was one of your better local lineups. I'm the feature. I will be the second to last comedian.
Who's the last?
I don't remember. I'll probably leave after that. No, I'm just kidding.
Mike! Patrick, man, I went. It was fun. I hadn't been to Comedy Zone in a little while. It's been about 6-7 years before I went the other months ago, whatever it was. It was fun.
I got some fun shows coming up. Awesome. I'll pitch later with John Reap. Remember that show, that commercial back in the day with the Charger, and the guy would go, "That thing got a Hemi in it."
Yeah,
he's that guy. He's that thing got a Hemi on it.
That thing got a Hemi.
Yep, that's John Reap. I'm doing some shows with him in September.
He's kind of like, if I'm remembering the right guy, he reminds me of like Will Ferrell's partner in a lot of his movies.
I could see that.
Ricky Bobby kind of movie. He's that.
Well, not only he plays the redneck so well that he was actually on Curb Your Enthusiasm several seasons.
Funny show.
Playing kind of a rednecky guy.
Hey, you ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, not enough of it though.
Funny.
Yeah, it's like a dirty Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, if they could say the bad words.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so Wednesday, Comedy Zone.
7 o'clock.
And you said another one?
That's the next one. That's a good one. I'm traveling after that. But I'll be back here next Monday, should you have me.
I don't know. Right now.
Yeah. On the fence?
Yeah, we'll get back with you.
By the way, you always ask me a question. You haven't asked me a question today.
You threw anybody in jail today?
I did not, but tomorrow I will be in prison. I'm going to visit a client in prison.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Casey, can you say bury the lead?
Well, it's not funny.
We got 3 or 4. Oh, no. Let's talk.
Well, it'd be more funny to talk about it when I get back. I don't know. It's
You're going to Rayford?
No, I'm going down to the Everglades.
Alligator Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, I don't know. Is that what they call it?
You didn't hear about the new prison?
Oh, no.
Where you been? Amsterdam?
I've been in Amsterdam.
Where the hell you been?
Oh, that's a nice picture, Patrick.
Pat's gone. He's right next to you.
It's very smiley, though.
Behind you. See there?
No.
It was taken right there.
Oh, I got you. I thought you meant he was behind
me.
me.
I tell you, man. Oh, look out. Pat's behind you.
Yeah, he's a big man.
You didn't hear about Alligator Alcatraz?
I guess I saw something. Is
that what it's called, Casey? Yeah, new prison.
Yeah. Is it really exist or is it theoretic?
Mm-hmm.
It really exists?
Which prison are you going to?
Everglades.
Yours is called the Everglades?
It's in the Everglades. I don't know. Where's Alligator Alcatraz?
I think it's in the Everglades.
Oh, I don't know. But it just opened. My client has been there for some time.
What did he or she do?
I can't discuss.
Come on. Now, you want me to tell you my sport?
And you refused.
This is public knowledge.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Did he kill anybody?
No comment.
Did he attempt to kill somebody?
No comment.
Did somebody try to kill him?
No comment.
Casey, jump in here. Was there money stolen?
No comment. I'm not representing him in the criminal matter.
Was there marital infidelity?
They don't imprison you for that, I'm pretty sure.
Is he from Jacksonville?
No.
How did you get a hold of this guy?
A court asked me to represent him.
Jeez.
Yeah. So anyway,
you're trying to keep him out of prison.
No.
He's already in prison. You've done a bad job.
I'm not representing him in the criminal matter, but
I didn't think you were a criminal guy.
I'm not. This is my client. Just happens to be in prison. He's a client. That's where he lives. You live wherever you live. He lives where he lives, and that's where I got to go visit him where he lives.
You gonna spend the night in the prison?
No, they don't like do sleepovers in the prison. I mean, they may, but I would have to draw the line.
Or are you gonna take it here, Mike? Stop by and get a cake.
Yeah. Oh.
And get a file.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
And you put the file.
What would you do with a file?
You put the file. You never seen Escape from Alcatraz?
I have,
They
but
had just a little thing, a file. You could do some damage.
they have
you
to
put
have better
the file
products
in
now.
the cake.
Yeah. Good idea.
You didn't hear that from me.
Okay, thanks, Terry. I appreciate that.
That wasn't my idea.
This bit of legal advice brought to you by Terry Norvell.
Yes.
Terry.
All right, I'm done.
has
I'm
no
out of
legal
here.
credentials.
Where are we at? Oh, I don't have my.
We've got to be way over.
Casey,
40 seconds.
40 seconds. I don't even have my timer.
39.
Casey's
38.
mad. Everybody's mad. Everybody's mad at me today.
Yeah, I'm not mad
Why?
at you. It's been nice to see you. I've missed you.
Yeah, same here. Any more trips for daughter this weekend? I mean, this
She's
summer?
on a cruise ship with her
Summer.
mom now. So
Good
the
Lord.
beauty of having two separate homes is you get to do a week with dad and a week with mom and yeah, all that stuff. So
You think it's been
she's
40 seconds because I can't pull up my
you got about 18 left. Yeah.
20. Hold on. I normally can cheat and
This
look
is
in there.
this is some quality broadcast.
Here we go. All right, let's do it. What a show.
Yeah.
One down, the rest of the week to go. Thank you, Mike Freed. Thank you, Patrick Young, Casey for producing. We'll do it again tomorrow, live from a hurricane. You know it, in Jointed Creek. We'll talk tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the Young and Norvell show.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See